Emotional manipulation doesn't start with shouting or hitting. It starts with soft words, protective gestures, and apparent displays of affection that are actually mechanisms of progressive emotional control. According to trauma expert and psychologist Shannon Thomas, author of Healing from Hidden Abuse, emotional abusers use social seduction followed by a slow erosion of the victim's self-esteem. First, they idealize you, then they confuse you, and finally, they destroy you emotionally to maintain power. Clinical psychologist George K. Simon, author of In Sheep's Clothing, describes a clear pattern in covert manipulators. They don't confront openly, but resort to passive-aggressive strategies, constant blaming, and gaslighting, a psychological technique that distorts your reality to make you doubt yourself. Why do we fall into these relationships? Clinical psychologist Robin Stern, who coined the term gaslighting and is the author of The Gaslight Effect, explains that many victims don't realize they are being manipulated because the relationship isn't 100% negative. The manipulator offers small doses of affection and validation right after the aggression. This creates a cyclical emotional addiction based on intermittent reinforcement, a strategy well studied in behavioral psychology since Skinner's experiments. Dr. Harriet Lerner, known for her work on female guilt and the power of the inner voice, the dance of anger, points out that women, especially, have been culturally conditioned to understand others, justify toxic behaviors, and invalidate themselves. That's why many victims take years to recognize the manipulation. Let's talk about the types of manipulators from a scientific perspective. 1. The covert narcissist. According to the DSM-5, narcissistic personality disorder can present a vulnerable or covert variant. These individuals do not show grandiosity directly, but rather manipulate through victimization, emotional blackmail, and dependence disguised as love. 2. The gaslighter. They use distortion of facts, selective forgetting, and constant questioning to destabilize your confidence in your memory and perception. Typical phrases are, "I never said that," "You're crazy," "You're making it up." 3. The silent controller. They don't need to yell, they need you to act out of fear of losing them. They use the silent treatment, withdrawal of affection, and indirect control through confusion. If you've ever wondered, why do I keep doubting myself? Why do I constantly feel guilty? Why is it so hard to leave? You're not going crazy. You are in an emotionally manipulative relationship that has been carefully constructed so that you don't see it. But you can get out. And the first step is naming what is happening to you. Because when you understand the mechanisms, you stop falling into them. As Robin Stern said, gaslighting only works when you need the other person's approval to feel real. True power begins when you believe in yourself, even if no one else does yet.